Voice of the Inland Empire is on the road again, and we are coming to you today from a really cool place, Espresso Republic and Drip Coffee, and we are going to learn how coffee is sourced, how it's imported, how it's roasted, and how it's distributed, and how it ends up being really yummy in your cup. So we're going to step inside and meet some of the staff here at Espresso Republic and Drip Coffee. Let's go take a look. And we're now watching owner Robbie Sater preparing coffee for the day for his employees. That's a twist. And we'll be meeting with more of Robbie's staff in just a few minutes. This is going to be a show you will not want to miss. We are here with Gabe Venegas, who is the relationship manager for Espresso Republic and Drip Coffee, which is your local coffee houses. Gabe, being here is so cool. First, let's start with where are we at right now?
Yes, so this is our training lab area where we train all of our drip employees as well as all our wholesale accounts and other coffee shops out in the area.
That is so cool. I would love to learn. Who wants to be a barista? Pick me, pick me. So along with training your folks here and your wholesalers, tell me a little bit, because your operation, to me anyway, is interesting because you do manufacturing, you buy the beans, you bring in the green, you do it all, you do everything basically.
Right. So the Espresso Republic here, we focus on from seed to cup. So first off, we build the relationships with the farmers directly to cut out the middleman. That way we get to invest time and energy into the farm.
In fact, the owner of your company just got back from Colombia?
Right. So Robbie, who just got back today, so from one of the biggest sourcing trips of the year, since the harvest season is right now. So,
well, if you have to deal with jet lag, having a coffee place is probably about as good as it gets.
I mean, I don't think it gets any better than that. So,
all right. So tell me a little bit. So you distribute to who? Who buys your roasted beans?
So online, I mean, we have our online site where all the customers, anybody can buy beans directly from that.
Oh, online. What's the web address?
It's espressorepublic.com.
Okay.
So that's one platform we have. We also do a lot of wholesale, which is the majority part of this of what we do.
Now, is that to like restaurants, hotels,
yes,
other coffee
so
houses?
Any hotel, restaurants, other specialty coffee shops, smaller mom and pops who, don't necessarily know how to roast. They need to serve coffee or they want better coffee. Then that's where we step in. And
now, is it always under your label, or can they have their own brand on it?
So there's different options. You can be a wholesaler. You can do toll roasting, which is you have your own green. We store it here for you, and we roast it to your profile. There's also private labeling where we're doing all the roasting for you, but you have your own packaging. You have your own branding.
Got it.
And
so if I ever wanted to make a trip myself to Colombia and buy some of my own green, I could store it here and you guys could roast it just for me.
Just like that. We call it the Stark blend.
The Stark, I love it.
Stark blend.
Or because there's no additives or other ingredients, we'll call it the Stark Naked blend. I like that. All right. Well, Gabe, thank you. Who are we going to meet next?
So we're going to go and meet Daniel Kim. He's our head roaster here, and he's going to talk to you guys about how to roast to our profiles.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go check out the roasting.
Great.
Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known as the voice of the Inland Empire. We've been on the air for almost 20 years, interviewing and discussing important people, places, and things in the IE. Our show was recently covered by Inland Empire magazine. Check us out on Charter Cable or visit our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com or on Facebook or YouTube by searching Voice of the Inland Empire. We have now moved into the roasting room, and it's really not that hot in here. Maybe that's not what they meant. With Daniel Kim, who is the head roaster for Espresso Republic. And Daniel, I'm assuming this is a roasting machine. Tell me what this does.
Okay, this is our Loring. It's a S35, actually K35. It is our roaster. Think of it as a giant oven. What we do is we take green coffee. All the coffee is still green. It has this like hay-like smell, and we literally cook it. It goes through about 3 stages. The first stage is the drying phase. Second stage is the Maillard, or kind of like the caramelization stage, and that's when the flavors or sugars develop in the coffee. From there, it cracks, and then we get the development phase. So you could think of the development phase kind of similar to when you simmer like a soup.
Okay.
It's really bringing out the flavors, concentrating the flavors, and that's how you can really differentiate it.
Now, the way you roast the beans, I mean, and I really don't know, but different temperatures, or will that change the flavor of the bean, and is that something that you sometimes do?
Yeah, when we roast the coffee, we monitor the different temperatures. It allows us to set the profiles. A good way of describing it is you can have the same bean, but you can do it 15 different ways, and it'll taste 15 different ways.
Got it. Now, do you ever, when you're blending beans, where in the process does that happen? Does it happen here or elsewhere?
Oh yeah, there's many different ways you can actually blend coffee. 2 different ways is you can start with 2 different green beans and you roast it together. Or you can have two separate roasts, so the 2 different coffees are roasted differently, and then you blend it afterwards, so the end product. So there's multiple ways, but they still taste the same in how you make the profile of the coffee.
Now, I see over here what look like mini roasters. Tell me about those.
Yeah, so those are our coffee discoveries. Those are our sample roasters. That's how we initially profile the coffee or sample the coffee, so if you really like it or not. And so right
is
now,
this turning on?
Yeah, it's just kicking in. It's so
the suction, I feel it. Just kidding.
We maintain the temperature of the roaster, so it has a built-in feature where it levels off the heat so that it doesn't get too cold or too hot, so that we can control it.
So it maintains an even temperature.
Yeah, even when we're not using it.
And nowadays, this is all done by computer, right? You
Yeah.
guys create the profile, and when you figure out how to get it, that's locked into your computer.
Yeah, so as I said, we sample roast all our coffees. We do initial sample testing and say, we want to take this lighter, we want to take it darker, and then we figure that out. Once we have that set, we bring it over to the large roaster right here, and we actually do roast it. And it comes down to if we want to get that sweeter acidic taste or that roasty dark chocolate kind of malty or like milkier taste.
How fun. I'd love to sit around with you guys sometime when you're coming up with new flavor profiles. Well, Daniel, thank you for explaining this process to us. And now I think we're going to check out production and see where the beans go when you're done making them.
All right, thank you.
Don't go away. We will be right back. We are now joined by Grant Doster, who is the production manager. And Grant, we are in your world, your abode. So once the beans are roasted, then they're ready for what?
Basically, they're nice and ready for consumption, but first we got to ship it out to you. So that's a service that we offer. Order from our website or come into one of our shops out in Fullerton or Chino Hills. We can get you a bag. Basically, it comes out of the roaster. We take it, we get the weight because it's going to lose some weight from losing water being roasted because they start off as green, they come out roasted. So we're going to get the weight to see what the change in that is, so that we can manage and look at the consistency of it, making sure that nothing's off. Because if one batch is, missing more pounds than the other, we know that we need to take a look at something. Maybe something went wrong. Take a look at the roast profile itself.
So your quality control
Yes.
is very, very high.
Yes.
And I love your packaging. And I'm a wine guy, and those that have been following my show for a while know that. But I love the way you've, like on this one, milk chocolate, cherry, stone fruit. That is awesome. And I don't know how you guys get these flavors out of coffee. Guava, strawberry, turbinado sugar? I don't even know what that is. Milk chocolate, caramel, warm spices. Okay. Can you look away for a moment? Thank you. So your job is to get everything packaged up and then shipped, whether it's a distributor or a retailer or to my home.
Yep, correct. So whether it's one of our wholesale customers or a retail customer, someone that just happened to pop in through our website, we make sure that they get shipped out, and we roast fresh. So that is to say, every week we're roasting fresh beans. It's not something that we're just keeping in stock. We don't have like a par level to where it's just, well, we're going to have a month's worth so we can just get it out and ready. We roast fresh once we get your order, so that way you're able to have the freshest experience possible.
Yeah, because I don't see like piles of beans anywhere.
No.
So how long typically are they here before they're out?
Typically, they are shipping that same day, same week.
Wow.
Yeah. And if we do have something that hasn't gotten ordered, basically industry standard, within 2 weeks, we don't keep it around anymore.
So you're getting the fresh.
Yep.
Now, what about if it's like a hotel or a coffee house, something where it's got their brand on it?
For private labeling?
Uh-huh.
Well, same process. We just roast their beans. Well, it's going to be our beans, and they're going to have their own packaging that they send over to us. So we'll have kind of an example in the back over here. We'll have other other customers' bags that they've designed. We keep them here, and we fill those with our coffee.
Got it. But I love that. Someone can get the high quality of your coffee, but if it's a hotel or a restaurant, have their name on it.
Yep, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us what happens on the production side. And now we're going to hear a little bit about your two coffee houses coming up next. So don't go away. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known by many as the voice of the Inland Empire. But I also own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. We specialize in both business to business and business to consumer marketing. If you'd like more customers, call or email me personally, and let's talk. Well, now I get to sit down and enjoy a cup of this delicious coffee with Justine Flores, who is the general manager of the currently 2 drip locations, and I've heard rumor more may be coming.
Yeah.
But where are the 2 that are currently open located?
Our first location is down the street in Chino Hills, so that's about 5 minutes. And then we have one downtown Fullerton right next to the university.
So I'm assuming the one next to the college, you know, a lot of kids studying, laptops, Wi-Fi, all of that.
Yeah, we really do. We have awesome Wi-Fi, so people study, and we actually stay up very late, or we stay open very late. So we're open till midnight. So people are there studying very late.
Nice, because, you know, the college kids that are carrying a full schedule, that's when they have to study into the
You
wee
guys,
hours
they
of the
hang out
night.
there way late at night, and we are there to supply them coffee.
And then what's cool is the one in Chino Hills at the shops has more of a family atmosphere. So you can bring your kids and find things on the menu for the kids as well?
Yes, of course. So we have something for everybody. So a lot of kids are shopping, a lot of parents are shopping, the whole family comes in, and we'll get you a drink for everybody.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. And of all the coffees you guys serve, what's your personal favorite?
Oh, that's so tough. We have so many good ones. Me personally, I don't even have a sweet tooth, but I find myself drinking the Spanish latte. It's like a churro in a cup. It's delicious. So it's like cinnamon sugar, a little bit of condensed milk, our awesome espresso, steamed milk perfectly. So our Spanish latte is amazing, not to mention the latte art. And then I find myself getting a Gibraltar often. So if you don't even have to be an espresso lover, and then you'll find that espresso so good paired with our perfectly steamed milk. It's delicious. You have to try it.
All right, I'm going to
Yeah.
have to make it out and check them both out.
Yeah, check it out.
But only if you're there.
Yeah, I'll be at both, probably.
Yeah, at the same time. They've also perfected cloning.
My twin will be there.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for telling us about both locations. And to the future
Cheers.
of Drip. Don't go away. We will be right back. We are back, and once again, we are joined by Joseph Mack, the owner general manager of Datamart. And Joe, last time you visited with us, we talked about the fact that it's not only important that small businesses do marketing and advertising, but that they can. So I wanted to ask you today, a small business person maybe is seeing this show, reaches out, and now they're sitting across the desk from you. How do you start the discussion?
First of all, it's nice to see you again, Ron.
Oh, thank you.
Strange that we're still wearing the same clothes.
That's because we shoot these, all at the same time.
But I love that topic. I love that topic. We're both aware that businesses do not do the marketing that they need to do. Marketing is an investment. It's an investment in your business. If you don't make that investment, your business is going to be far less successful than it could be.
Agreed.
But when you start out and you don't have a lot of cash, there are ways that you can market, and there are things that you need to do to get yourself positioned so when you have cash flow, you can be even more effective marketing. The first thing anybody needs is a marketing plan or a marketing section in their business plan.
You mean where they actually think it through, come up with numbers, and then write it all down?
It does sound idiotic.
That does, doesn't it?
No, let's forget that. Yes, it doesn't have to be formal. I mean, if you look at marketing plans out on the internet, you're going to find you're supposed to do market research, and you're supposed to do cost analysis, and you're supposed to do a bunch of stuff. Small businesses typically can't do that. But what you need to do is you need to understand your product, what the strengths and the values of that product and service are. You need to understand your audience, your target audience, and you might have multiple based on various different products you have. And you need to know how you can get to them. Then you can put together a plan saying, all right, I want to go and target this particular market. I have this many dollars, so I will do it by, and then you have a whole list of different ways of going out there.
There's a million media out there.
There are a million media. One of the cheapest is yourself. Although time is as valuable a resource as money, and maybe even more important, you can do your own marketing to start with. But if you don't do it according to plan, you go around, talk to a bunch of people, and any of those relationships you start to build sort of lay fallow unless you have a way of staying in touch, nurturing it, keeping it going. Email is a very good way of doing that. The phone is a very good way of doing that.
Meeting someone once at a mixer and giving them your business card and never speaking to them again, that doesn't count as marketing?
Yes, that's symbolic marketing. I get a kick out of it. I've gone into a restaurant and they've had a jar where they said, put your cards in
Yes,
here
we see those all the time.
Get a free something. And I said, what do you do with the cards? And they said, well, we pick one out for them and we give them a free whatchamacallit. That's all you do with the cards? These are people that have walked into your storefront, that have some knowledge of your business. Stay in front of them some way. That's how you upsell, that's how you get referrals, that's how you get repeat business. That's marketing. You need to do that. You can't get into a sales mode unless you're out there marketing and creating an audience for what it is that you do.
And I think that's a good point. Even if you're having to do grassroots and you're doing it all yourself, you still have to have a mechanism in place for building those relationships so that they do become something beneficial. And then share with me real quick, we've only got a short amount of time left. They do that, they've now got some cash flow. So now they come to you and they say, I don't know who specifically I should go after, and I don't know what media I should use, and I'm not really clear what my messaging should be. Can you help me?
And my answer would be yes. And we can talk to them about it. We can talk about emailing, which is very popular and has some severe limitations people don't know, as well as some strengths that people aren't aware of. Direct mail, which is still very viable. Telemarketing, which is wonderfully effective if done to businesses. Our firm does not do telemarketing to consumers, but we do to businesses, and it's very, very useful. Social media can be useful. All these new gimmicks that are coming up with online advertising, print media, it's all available. Radio is available. This kind of medium that we're talking on now.
Cable TV. Done right doesn't have to be
Just out of
expensive.
curiosity, how did the two of us to get together? I think you must have done some marketing. I must have seen something from you that said, we can do this for you, and it said, that's a great idea.
And I think I sent it to you via email.
Yes, yes, you did. Exactly.
All right, well, Joe, if someone's watching, whether they're a small business, a medium, or a large one, because the process is largely the same, how do they get a hold of you if they want more information?
Give me a call. My name is Joe Mack, M-A-C-K, 714-210-0150. Send me an email, jmack@datamart, datamart.ws, or you can go out to our website, www.datamart.ws. We'd love to hear from you, and we think we can be of help.
All right, if you've got a business or know someone who does, give this man the business. Give Joe a call. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Ron.
We will be right back. Hi, I'm Ron Stark. I own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online at voicemktg.com. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. Call or email me personally at the phone number or email address below, and check out my TV show, Voice of the Inland Empire, on Charter Cable and online. And welcome to another episode of What's Upland. And today we are chatting with Minor Casasola, who is the president of All About Funding. And Minor, you're located right here in Old Town, and you guys specialize in home financing and refinancing.
Yes, Ron, yes, that's correct. That's what we do. We just opened the office right here in Upland, beautiful city.
Oh, how long have you guys been in this location?
We've been open probably the last about a month, just about.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize you guys were that new to our, well, welcome to Old Town Upland.
Well, thank you very much.
And what you guys do is so cool. You offer home financing and refinancing. But I did want to ask, a lot of people got hurt in the economic downturn. Are you guys, can you only help people with great credit, or do you have programs for people whose credit maybe hasn't quite caught back up with them yet?
Ron, that's a good question. Actually, we direct lenders, so we can help people. But it went down on the low FICOs, and we can still help out, and that's what we do.
So what's the difference when you say direct lender? I have a sense of what it is. It's your own money and you can do whatever the heck you want with it. But how does that compare to, say, maybe going to a bank or another kind of lending institution? Why is it better?
Well, more lenient. We don't have that strict lineup that they have. We can do more for you. Obviously, that's what we've been doing for years, and direct lending is the way to go nowadays.
That makes so much sense, because I know, and anyone that's been following this show for any length of time knows that I, like a lot of Americans, got hurt when the economy crashed. And there's good people who got hurt through no fault of their own. And they're working, they're gainfully employed, they're good people, but maybe their FICO hasn't quite caught up to where they're at yet. You guys can actually look at that kind of thing and make decisions, not just based on numbers.
That's correct. We actually look just about every angle that we can help everyone, and we look at every case separately. I know they cut up on the economic, and the FICOs are not there, but we don't just take the high FICOs. We also take low FICOs, and we help them out. If we cannot help them out, the good thing is that we can actually find ways, and it'll give you a guide what you can do with it, so you can raise your FICO also.
Now, I love that. So in the rare occasion that you can't help someone out, you can actually give them a roadmap to improve their credit.
That's correct.
And then when they get to a certain point, hey, Minor, we're ready.
And we're ready for you.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Now, if someone is considering to buy a new home, finance it, or to refinance their existing home, how would they get a hold of you?
They can visit us at www.allaboutfunding.com. And also, like I said, we just opened our office in 167 East 3rd Street right here in Upland. Or they can call us at 909-248-5720.
All right, so I think anyone, because, and I could be wrong, but I'm getting the sense that rates are going to start moving back up again. You think?
If it is, this is a great time to buy or refinance your property.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free, of you and everybody here in Upland, feel free to call us or visit us right here. We'd be more than happy to help you out and let you know what we can do for you.
And even if you're not sure if you've got the best rate, they can give you a call. Here's my current rate, and you can tell them if you can do better or not.
Yes, that's definitely right.
All right. All About Funding. If you own a home or want to own a home, give them a call. You'll feel right at home. Minor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Ron.
Don't go away. We will be right back. What a great show. I so enjoyed chatting with all of our guests, and I particularly want to thank you for tuning in and joining us. And please, remember to set your DVR so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. And if you'd like to be able to watch us 24/7, check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com, where you'll find a treasure trove of current and past shows. And while you're there, drop us an email. We'd love to hear from you. What you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. Well, maybe you don't have to send us that. If you have ideas for show guests, we'd love to get them. Our guests need to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. And if you'd rather not use the web and call us directly, you can call our telephone hotline at 909-746-8846. So until next week, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, but always remember to give back whenever and whatever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.